The senior pastor of one of Dallas's largest churches, the Potter's House, is stepping aside.
T.D. Jakes, the leader of Dallas megachurch, the Potter's House, announced today that he will be stepping down. Jakes is a world-renowned pastor. Remember, he suffered a heart attack in front of his congregation last November. Well, this morning, Jakes said that his daughter and son-in-law will now take the lead. Fox 4 Stephen.
One of the largest churches in Dallas, T.D. Jakes announced today he is stepping down as senior pastor of the Potter's House.
But I wanted to introduce to you your pastors.
Jakes' daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and her husband, Toure Roberts, will take over as senior pastors. They are expected to officially take over later this year.
Okay, child. So let me just say this to each and every one of you all. My phone has not stopped ringing. I have the notifications have been going off like crazy ever since Sunday, April 27, 2025. I'm recording this today. It's Monday, April the 28th, 2025. Probably going to post it between tonight and tomorrow. But my phone up until this point is still going off because of Bishop T.D. Jakes. And a lot of people are giving me something I never thought they were going to say, girl. I never thought somebody was going to say to me, girl, didn't you say this was going to happen 2 years ago? Yeah, girl, I did. Did you pay attention? No. Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your girl Catrice, and if you are new, welcome to Cocktail Hour with Catrice. I hope that you all are doing well today. I'm doing pretty okay. All right, I've been doing some resting today. I've been in the house most of the day dealing with back issues. If you all have been following me for a long time, you all know that I struggle with back issues because of my hysterectomy surgery, the medicine they gave me before that. It's a whole thing. And I woke up today with major back problems. So I had to get a patch. My girlfriend had to stop by to give me some medicine. That's how bad it was. Y'all go ahead and keep your girl Cocktails lifted up in prayer. So FYI, just like I said in the pre-video of this, my phone does not stop ringing, buzzing, and giving me notifications because the world has now been rocked that a 66-year-old bishop in the Lord's Church, Bishop T.D. Jakes from the Potter's House in Dallas, Texas, has officially announced the succession, or what I like to call the changing of the guards. Now, I could honestly say, oh my God, I'm so shocked about this. I didn't see this one coming. This decision came out of left field. What are we to do? I could say that, but then I would be lying. And if you know me, I don't believe in lying or putting on smoke and mirrors and airs for people. No, I like to deal in facts over here, okay? And so let's just be for real. I called this in my Patreon 2 years ago. My Patreon, look, I've been trying to close my Patreon down. People just keep staying and such fine. But I think I've kept it open for such a time as this. I kept my Patreon open because I knew that one of these days my receipts are going to be receipting. And I need timestamps on my stuff. Like, I need the people to know, oh no, this is in her Patreon. She called this 2 years ago. Now, there's a couple people, child, let me just tell you what happened behind the scenes. There's a couple of people that I never thought would even think to admit to me, okay, that I was right. I got one message and I said, who is this? I said, not you in my inbox, y'all. First of all, I'm not even recording like that, girl. What is it that you want? Oh, Cocktails. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye. I know I called you some names in the past, which I didn't know nothing about, girl. I know I called you some names in the past, girl. But here's the situation. You was right. Because they was snooping in my Patreon. See, I know the ones that be putting on fake email addresses and stuff and fake names or whatever. So I let them go, though. Girl, you was right and we were wrong and this and that. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, thank you for your time. Thank you for admitting that I was right. I really don't need it, but I appreciate you nonetheless sharing with me what you need to share. So God bless. Anyway, let me start being petty. So let's just go back to, I want to say it was almost the end of the second quarter in 2023. Yeah, almost 2 years ago. I want to say it was that time. I had recorded some videos, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I was at home doing some work. I was in my old apartment, chilling at my table, just plugging away on my computer, my laptop, and I started getting this prophetic download. And I was just like, what's really going on? Like, why am I getting this feeling? So I started to tap in, and I started feeling and seeing the changing of the guards. There was also a situation that happened right after the 2022. Now, this is before that video. The 2022 Woman Thou Art Loose Homecoming. That was the last Woman Thou Art Loose. Since then, it's been called Evolve. Woman Evolve. Woman Evolve. Okay. So, you know, when the bishop, when he draped Sarah with the cloak, okay, I promise to God, if you talk to me offline, you'll know I'm not lying. I saw the bishop when he clothed her drop back like I got to get my hands off of it. This is all way before the power bottom scenario, way before the Dwayne Youngblood situation, way before all of that. Okay, but it was around the time of the Toure Jakes Coleman situation with Michelle Loud in regards to baby Jason. So this is not new stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is old news. For those of you all who have been in the Patreon, you've seen it. It's still there. So if you all want to go check it out, if you're not a member, go ahead and be a member, because it's gonna stay there. Like, I'm not gonna shut it down at this point because there's way too much confirmation happening. And a lot of people that have been following me for a hot minute, they know that there's more that's gonna happen in the long run. And so I'm really thankful that the wise counsel told me not to feel bad about things not happening quickly or like lightning, but to give it time, because it's going to happen in God's time. But this situation I definitely called about 2 years ago. This is nothing new for the Wise Counsel and the Street Committee. You all are just catching up. A lot of people are having mixed emotions about it. I saw one YouTuber almost cry on his video. Oh, the bishop is so amazing and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And here's the thing. I'm going to keep it real and be a little shady. He might be wonderful. He might can preach the hell of it out of a gospel. But my problem in all of this is that he was complicit of his daughter, his eldest child. Okay, his eldest child by his wife. Not the two boys. Those are not his children. The eldest child with his wife taking another woman's child and then allegedly doing things with documents, court systems, things of that nature. We don't have to talk about that right now, but y'all know it's true. For the ones that have been following Michelle Loud and the situation with that and Toure Jakes and even Toure Jakes' husband, you all should know this is nothing new, honey. And if you are complicit and you don't stick up for people, you're incarcerating people allegedly, you're doing things behind the scenes, girl. I heard that a lot of the stuff that's happening with the bishop is not lies. I can't prove that. I don't live in Dallas, Texas. I have never been to Dallas, Texas, honey. I have no desire, with the exception of going to see the Wise Counsel, to visit Dallas, Texas. Okay. I just don't. However, I think we have to call a thing a thing. And if you are a realist like your girl Cocktails, then you need to just keep it 100. Like, okay, Bishop, job well done. You preached a hell of a gospel, sir. Praise the Lord. Go to retirement. Go relax on a rancher with Sarita. Like, enjoy your latter years. But you still have to be held accountable for your situation with Michelle and baby Jason. See, one thing about God, he don't forget nothing. I'm a living testament of that. Your girl Cactus has gotten so much karma, girl. The level of karma that I have received from the Lord, it makes me not even want to do nothing crazy. It just makes me want to say, you know what? I'm gonna just fall back for a second. I don't need to do that. I don't need to talk to this person. I don't need to be around this person. I don't need to do nothing. I'm going to do right. I'm going to do right. So I do think that, I don't think that the situation with Michelle and Jason really got the bishop going. I think he became, in my opinion, this is my opinion, in my opinion, only because I've been covering this story for 3 years and have had my own personal situation happen with this church and these people. But I think that there was a level of arrogance. Like, who are you to tell me to give this child back when I am the bishop, but you are not God? And so I don't want people to forget that we're going to keep the main thing over here. We will always keep the main thing over here. I have spoken to Michelle offline before a couple of times. I have not spoken to her in a long time. We have been messaging, but not really talking. But I will say this, her story has never changed. And a lot of things that we've seen on opposite ends don't always add up, girl. Anyway, for those of you all who really care about the bishop retiring, I will say that, the bishop that I remember and love from back and before I started doing this Toure Jakes COVID story, he was a world-renowned bishop of all people and internationally known and done so much great work. But let's just be for real. Every church has a scandal. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say it's Greenlee because I'm not in Texas. I don't know these people like that. I've heard that online. But what I will say is that we all have to be accountable for our actions. And so regardless if you take your hands off of it today, it's not going to negate. Like, if your name is as big as his name and there is a scandal brewing and or might come out, you're still going to be in the news. Like, you think because you put your daughter and your son-in-law, and why you got to be there anyway? Anyway, child, I guess because the man of God, they don't want to be under a woman because a woman should not precede a man, whatever. But I feel like he thinks that because he's stepping away, that if something does come down the pipe, then he won't be in the news. Newsflash, Bishop, Pastor Tony Evans stepped down last summer. If a scandal comes out, with his name in it, I don't care how long he has sat himself down for. It's still going to say Dallas-based Pastor Tony Evans, is accused of, or is allegedly accused of, or has been, accusations have been made against him. Like, people are not going to forget. They're just not. And I don't want people to think that I'm being a pessimist, right? Like, girl, I used to think Bishop T.D. Jakes was fine. Let's just keep it a buck. I thought the bishop was fine. Now, I will say this. Though. The mind of God. Let me not do that. Yes, I am. I seen something with his brother. The mind of God is packing some major ammunition if he is just like his brother. I'm going to say that. Okay, girl. If the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, honey, he is packing what Ernest is packing. And girl, anyway, so y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Personally, I could care less about this story, but the people have been asking me what I think, so here it is. Job well done, Bishop, for the ministry that you've had over the last. Is it 50 years like Tony Evans? I don't know. For 50-some years, 40-some years, or whatever. But I will, 30-some years, go Lord. But what I will say is that I need for you to, in your retirement, to really hone in on family and really hone in on what is right and what is wrong and get that together before the Lord decides to bring you on home. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. I really don't care what the bishop does in his latter years. If he decides to do investing, he's going to be the chairman of the board because he don't want to lose out on that money. But yeah, just get whatever you got to get done right. And people might say, well, how do you know he's done stuff? Girl, get up out of here with that mess. Okay. No pastor, bishop, leader on that level has not done anything. And if you don't believe that, just look at the church sector as a whole. There's scandal after scandal after scandal every single week. Okay? I just got too tired to keep talking about it. You should be glad that I'm giving him this much halfway grace. I ain't giving him full grace. I'm not. Okay, I be lying to you and your grandmama too if I say I'm giving Bishop Jakes full grace. I think that has it been a job well done for the ministry and for God. From what I can see, yes. What I can't see, that's up to him and the Lord. But I know things in the background. I even told you all back in November about the Dwayne Youngblood situation and how I thought that him asking for $6 million with his co-conspirators, that it was ghetto. Because I was like, if you really know the bishop, first of all, it's coming off like a money grab. Like it's giving money grab. But if your co-conspirators were really smart, they would have told you, girl, you better shoot for the stars and let him come down, okay? Because the highest amount that I've ever seen a bishop pay out or heard of, I ain't never seen it. Let me not lie. From what I heard of, allegedly, was $90 million. So, $6 million, girl, that's a drop in the bucket. He can cry that. Like, come on, y'all. Like, the co-conspirators, girl, just y'all grow up and stop being so daggone money hungry. Oof. It's ghetto. And I know people probably thought, let's just go back to this too, because I'm going to address this too. Because I've been quiet. People have said to me in my inbox, well, have you taken a payoff cocktails? Because we ain't heard nothing from you. Girl, let me go back to what I've been doing. Dealing with back issues, family issues, money issues, relationship issues, life issues. I could have cared less. Every time I see something about the Powerhouse House online, girl, I just turn the channel. Okay, because don't nobody care. They ain't paying my bills, girl. So, no. Okay, I have not. If that's the case, girl, I would not be living here. Okay, I'd be driving around in a Rolls Royce like one of the DMV pastors that just got a church. And all he had to do was toot that thing up from what I heard. Maybe he was giving it. I don't know. He kind of small. Anyway, I'm not trying to be messy. I promise I'm not. But when I get the tea, girl, I promise you, like, one of his little mentees is driving around in a Rolls Royce. He has a church with less than 2,000 people in the DMV. Now, the DC area, I can see them giving a couple more dollars in Maryland and Virginia. But you're not making that kind of money to afford no Rolls Royce. Let's be for real. You are still hanging out, doing your 1-2 with the bishop. And it's just time for y'all to become clean. I mean, but I know that's your purse. You don't want to mess up your purse. I ain't mad at that. But anyway, I want to know what you all think down below. Am I being pessimistic? Let me know. Am I being understanding? Am I just calling a thing a thing? I think I'm just calling a thing a thing. I want people to be held accountable. But here's the last piece. One thing that I realized about folks in life, there's a boxer who I go to, excuse me, he is signed by the promotion company that I'm friends with the owner, right? And he was really good in his prime, but he sucks now. And the owner of the promotion company said, it's time for him to hang it up. Like, we're done. And he doesn't want to hang it up. Long story short, my sister's like, why don't they just tell him, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no one wants to be told the truth. This man thinks that he's still golden, and they don't want to hurt his feelings. Okay? So, same situation here, y'all. Folks don't want their feelings hurt. They don't want to be told the truth. But the truth is gonna help you. It's not gonna hurt you. It might hurt when you're told it, but it's gonna help you in the long run. And so I wish that you all would get over this, get out your feelings, right? Like, oh God, it hurts. Okay, yes, it hurts. So does labor, so does a toothache, so does a scrape on your knee. Get over it. Let's just tell the truth. Call a thing, and move forward. But me taking the payoff, girl, please. And if they want to offer me $50 million, I ain't going to turn it down. I want to be like that DMV pastor riding around in a Rolls Royce with his tight pants and Durango shoes. I love you guys. See you soon. Let me know what you all think down below, and I will talk to you in a little bit. Bye.